All right, who's ready to make some cake with me? Or I guess ice a cake. We're not technically making cake today. We're back with round 2 of trying the $20 grocery cake challenge kind of makeover, if you will. If you're new to this challenge, I believe it was started by Lori from the Icing artist. So I have been watching her videos and I think it's a super fun challenge where you basically take a $20 grocery cake and then you try and make it into something new, something tiered, something fantastic. But today we're gonna take that grocery store cake and we are gonna attempt to turn it into a wedding cake because Chris and I recently celebrated our 10-year anniversary if you're new here. And also it's kind of wedding season right now. And so I figured it would be kind of fun to experiment and try things because I am not an experienced baker. This is my second time doing this. Make sure if you're new here to subscribe if you haven't already. New videos here every single Saturday. Also, I do new videos on Thursdays on my other channel. But now let's go and grab the first cake. All right, so I have here our beautiful cake that we are going to be demolishing today. But we first need to deconstruct so that we can build to practice our skills. I was gonna say create something magical, but we're just practicing today. I did let this chill. I feel like that is going to help with the whole de-icing process. Last time I feel like we got too many crumbs into it. Like that I looped you in with that. It was your mistake and also mine. I've also read a lot of your suggestions and comments on different content creators to watch and check out their videos and things, so I've been doing that as well. The most recent one I have been watching is Cupcake Gemma. That's the one. She has a lot of like masterclass ones on like how to decorate cake. So hopefully I can remember everything. Again, didn't go to school for this. I went to school for marketing, not at all related to cake. So let's start by de-icing. I'm also gonna grab a paper towel, wipe it as I go so I'm not spreading more of the purple icing. I like that I got purple again. This is just what was there. Oh no! Yeah, I want to try and save as much of this white icing as I possibly can. Look at that. I'm already getting better. I'm removing the icing off of my spatula, everyone. We gotta set the bar low. There's a lot of professional bakers in here. I did a pretty good job lifting. Now I'm gonna put this in a bowl for Julia and Luke. Because who doesn't want to be greeted after school with a frosting rose? To think about what flower this was for a second. On the list of things that I'm not, it's also gardener. It is easier to remove though by putting it in the freezer for a couple of minutes. This is helping. Okay, so game plan today. We are going to be practicing 2 different types of icing techniques. One, I want to get a really clean looking tier. I want one tier that is like super smooth and I want to like practice that. The other one, I bought a bunch of like scrapers that have different textures to them. So I thought it'd be fun to play around with those and experiment. And number 3, I found a thing. Oh, this is gonna be a disaster. I saw a trend in wedding cakes and I've clamped onto it and I won't let it go. So we're gonna try it. All right, well, let's remove this icing, shall we? All right, as you can see, I've kind of butchered these cakes. And also a tip that I noticed from the comments was to level the cake and kind of make it as flat as possible across the top. Now I don't have one of those cake leveling things, so I used a serrated knife and I made it as even as possible. Is it perfect? No, but neither am I. But I feel like they're like pretty even. So now on to the shape. So what I want to do this time is I want to do a square cake, kind of mix it up, you know? So I'm going to do the width of the cake and then just make it as square as possible. And then I'm going to layer 2 layers for like the bottom. And then whatever's left over, I'm going to stick it together for the top. You'll see what happens in the middle. It's gonna be interesting. So I need a measuring tape. I had it, oh, there it is. I was like, I had it just in front of me. First things first is I'm going to take this as sort of a guide because I don't have a ruler, just to make sure it's even as possible. Unconvinced that this is the way I should be doing it. Hold on. How about the box it came in? Aha! So again, just making this as even as possible. A bucket for this stuff for cake pops. Okay, I have a square here. Now I'm gonna take this square, I'm gonna put it on top of this square, and that's gonna be the base. And then I'm gonna dowel it. I'm really scared about this part. I'm scared that I'm going to ruin this cake, and then I'll be sad. First, we need to get it off of the mat. Okay. And then we lift, and we place it on top, hopefully evenly. I feel like that's pretty good. Again, it's not perfect, but that's okay. It's better than last time. So now I'm gonna crumb coat it, put it in the fridge, and dowel it. And I'm gonna use these little pieces here for the top tier. I'm going to measure it, but I'm basically gonna like stick a portion of these together. I don't know. We'll figure it out. First, I'm gonna make sure that these layers are the same size. Cool, good for me. All right, crumb coat and then fridge. And welcome to day 2 when we're finally gonna sit down and ice these things. Very nervous, but I'm kind of excited because I made a new kind of buttercream that I have never made this one before, and it is a Swiss meringue buttercream. I did some research and I watched some of Gemma Cupcake's videos, and she said that the Swiss meringue was a really good one for icing a cake because it's really smooth. So I figured, you know, we should probably go with the best. This is going to taste decadent and I'm so excited. So the first thing I did is I put together the meringue part of this recipe. I'll link her video so you can go and check it out for yourself. But now all I need to do is add in the butter one little piece at a time. It has to be nice and squishy though. So I'm gonna go check that. Yep, we got a nice squish going on here. So now I'm just going to add the butter to this meringue one little piece at a time. It's not the quickest icing, but it is going to be good. I think it's also gonna make my job a lot easier when I'm trying to ice these cakes. Oh no! Got stuck on the side. Get in there. Okay. Oh my gosh. This looks insane. It's so smooth. At least I hope so anyway when I ice this. This is my first time making this. I think it's gonna be good though. I need to go get the cakes and properly dowel them because I'm going to show you what I'm doing for my middle layer. It's time. I have cake number 1. I have doweled it. I got 5 right there. Just really needed to be cemented. And now we're gonna frost it. And I found a thing online that I didn't even know existed. Once I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. And that's this like icing contraption, like a reusable one, so you're not using the plastic bags every single time. Like, genius! Or at least I hope so, I haven't tried it yet. I didn't think through how to fill this, but we'll make it work. Get in there. And then for the bottom layer, I thought another thing that again I haven't tried before is to do like a different, I've seen a lot of like textured wedding cakes kind of thing for like a bottom layer. And so I got these things to practice my scraping and also just to get some different styles and just see what they look like. By the way, I tasted some of this. It is stupid levels of good. Wow. Okay, that's probably good. Let's see what happens. Oh, there it is. Cool. All right. I don't know how you're supposed to... You're probably supposed to push it in more and then do this whole thing. Oh, you can do it from there. This is what happens when you don't read instructions. You get excited about things. Okay, so I'm gonna wipe off any crumbs around the outside here on my little cake board. I boarded it this time, everyone. And now I'm going to ice it. I saw a lot of people were using this hand and sort of using that to spin it, so I'm gonna try that. Again, this is square, so it feels like it's gonna be a little bit different. Also, this is mildly difficult. Let me try and just get a straight line here. And then we'll keep doing this until it has icing all over. We'll see what the difference looks like with, like, you know, doing it with the piping technique versus the splotch technique. Gotta practice. Gotta experiment a little bit. Okay. And then wipe. Learning. Maybe I didn't ice it evenly enough. Okay, clearly I need more icing. Hold. Okay, I have icing around the outside. It's very bubbly. I'm gonna smooth it over with like a warm spatula thing, but Yeah, I have icing all over myself and I do not apologize for it. So now that it's smoothed on, it's not smooth, I want to try some of these little guys. And I figured we could try a couple of different, one on each side, just for funsies. So I thought this one looked really cool because it's gonna almost leave like a bubble almost, would be my guess. Well, it's not great, but I'm glad I tried it. It's straight though, so I get a little bit of credit. Okay, let me try and smooth it. Make it a little bit smoother. Nope, don't like that either. I was told that Swiss buttercream would be the best option because it's going to give you a really smooth finish. But I'm not getting that and I'm mad. All right, let's see the next one. Let's see what you look like. None of these look good because the icing's so bubbly. And I followed the directions perfectly. What am I doing wrong? I did find that going up instead was a little easier. I don't know why, but it does seem to make it look smoother than going side to side. That's a little, like, it's not smooth, but it's smooth, you know? So maybe I fill in the little pockets here. Boop. I said boop. And see if I can make a side smooth. Because I'm gonna do the top layer smooth, but I feel like I need to make this smooth before I could do any sort of like edge jazziness, right? That's pretty smooth. It's not great, but it's better. That's better. Okay, so let's pretend that's perfect. And just because, let's see what happens when I do this across it once it's smooth instead. Oh no, it ruined it. Well, I hate these. I guess it's just not for beginners of caking. All right, well, let me see if I can make this smooth then. We'll just do smooth icing instead. Guys, I'm really trying. Hold on. I have been sitting here icing cakes and trying to make them as smooth as possible. I'm not gonna cry. I am so frustrated. So we're gonna switch gears and we're gonna go on to the middle layer because I need a break. And okay, so I'm kind of excited about this one and I've seen a lot of trends surrounding this, which I thought it looked beautiful. Like this is something that I would have loved to do for my wedding cake. And that's doing a clear sort of acrylic cake tier. And you can fill it with lights and flowers or just lights on its own or nothing at all. Like I've seen a lot of more sculptural pieces for cakes. So I wanted to try my hand at that. So I have special gloves as to not smudge it up too much. It will get smudgy though. And I have it here. It's actually a display case for, I don't know, like collectibles and stuff. And so I figured we could like fill it with some stuff. It's black, so I'm gonna pipe some icing around the outside, but I put a piece of paper on the inside to kind of block out some of the like black bottom here. Then I got some flowers and some greenery. Where are the lights? I got a little fairy lights. Here they are. So I figured that this could be fun to like experiment with and just see kind of like what it looks like. Because I need to be creative in a non-cake way before I lose it. So the first thing I want to do is I want to take some of these lights out and I want to kind of bury the battery pack in the middle at the bottom most likely, because then you won't see it. And obviously if you were doing this for an actual wedding cake, you could set it on like a timer or something or just make it more easily accessible. There we go. It's gonna be so pretty. Okay, I don't know how much of this I'm going to need. Let's plop it down. Yeah. And then some greenery in there. Trying to do like an ivy along the sides thing. Just wanted some pretty flowers in a box with some lights. I feel like I'm not asking a lot. What happens if I just, I don't know, stuff all these lights in? Then put a couple more flowers in. I feel like the tulips didn't look as good as I had expected them to. I thought they were gonna look a lot better. Maybe along the bottom? No. Okay, this is proving to not look as good as I had hoped. I'm so frustrated. Really want to murder this cake right now. Artful arrangements with shell will not make any money. My plan is to sort of have it look good from the one side. These are stupid. Hate them. There is going to become a point though. Just gonna cry. All right. Put one of these on, with one of these on, and hope that it looks okay. And then for the icing, so I tried to follow all the different techniques and heating of the spreader and everything. I tried everything. That's okay. Again, this was cake number 2. I think that looks kind of cool. There we go. Yeah, that looks so good. Everyone humor me. Wow, so amazing. Okay, this is my cake. I tried so hard. I did dowel it very nicely this time to support this on top. I had to find the best side. None of them are great. We're gonna say it's oh, they're all pretty terrible. Okay, well, let's try this side. And then put that like this, right? Now this is a cake that you can only look at from one direction. And then it's really pretty from a distance. Then this jerk of a cake, this guy just won't smooth out. I don't know if it's the consistency I chose, the temperature, I don't know, but I have been trying and struggling to make this one look good. So we're gonna keep going on that one. I've been going up the side this way because I found that doing it the other way, it's so like jerky, and now I'm thinking that it's the stand too. Also my lack of talent that's making it look kind of jerky, because apparently the metal ones are a lot better. Stop it, Rachel. Wipe. So I'm thinking that maybe that's also part of it, but it's just like nothing is spurting within my... Maybe what we'll do instead for this guy is we're gonna put flowers on it, okay? We're gonna put flowers on it, and then everything will be magical and perfect. Wow, so much respect for anyone who makes cakes for a living. You had all my respect before, but you have more now. We'll lift it like this. Will it fall on the floor? I don't know. And center. Oh, so beautiful. It's not. Oh, it's like an art project of a 5-year-old. You know what? My 5-year-old would do a way better job. Okay, let's put flowers on. Flowers will make it look beautiful. I'll just tie the whole thing together, she said, knowing full well that this wouldn't save it. Let's do a couple flowers in the top. These are not real flowers, in case that wasn't obvious. That's not terrible. I honestly kind of like, it looks really bad up close, but from far away, I really like the black, and if I was to do this as a professional, I would do another black thing along the base of this one to tie it all together, because I think that would look so cool. But from a distance, you can't tell. And I have people coming over for dinner in 5 minutes ago. We're gonna ice this, we're gonna ice. I feel like this is better than the last one I did. Although, you know what? I'm glad that I tried it. I think the other one was better though. Could I do like a fancy piping thing? Yes, I could, but I'm already too frustrated. I tried so hard to do a better job on this cake. I'm gonna bring Chris in. I wanna know what Chris's thoughts are on my cake extravaganza. Christopher, look at my cake. Be nice.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna cry.
This looks awesome.
I tried.
Wow.
Yay.
It looks really good. I was down here not long ago and it looked nothing like this.
I've been spending a while trying to ice it and make it smooth.
This is really cool. Showed me pictures of what you were going for, and I thought you could get there. This is way closer than I expected.
I think I did okay. I feel like I have some work to do on the smoothing of the icing, which again sent me into a rage spiral. But
fun.
I did enjoy the flowers.
That looks good.
But I think it would look a lot better, obviously, with fresh flowers. I think that would look so good. But I love the lights in there and everything.
Yeah,
I think that
really nice.
Looks really cool. And I think that's a cool idea if you want to like take that for a cake. It wasn't that difficult. This isn't the cake that we started with, but this is the cake that we have. That's all I have to say about it.
So if you don't want to spend, I don't know, what does that cost? Like $150
What?
from a bakery, this. Instead, you want to spend $40 and 2 days of your time.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it was fun and also not fun, but I learned a lot about cakes since the last video, and I'm going to continue to practice. But if you have any suggestions or recommendations, as there are many professionals watching this video, let me know, because, I'm always looking to improve, and this is my second time doing this. So I think it's a cool idea, and I'm glad that I did it, and I think that would have been cool to do for our wedding cake.
yeah.
It's very cool and trendy and pizzazzy.
And dowels.
Dowels this time, everyone.
Turns out dowels.
This is rock solid. This is not going anywhere. If you have not subscribed yet, it is really tasty, right?
They're good.
Yeah. Please do so, because we have new videos here every single Saturday. And I touched it and it came out of the cake as if it were pushed.
I was wondering why you were lifting it out.
I was not lifting it. That was super weird.
So if you want to make a levitating cake,
I have the skills to do so. Subscribe, thumbs up this video, because I worked really hard on it.
she did.
And we'll see you guys in the next video. Mwah.
Bye.